Commanders, welcome back to the port. Here's our commander, Filippo Bueno. His base trait increases HE damage. He is inspired by Erich Bay and Jerzy Swirsky. In row 1, we chose Subsurface Venture. In row 2, Fragile Threat. In row 3, Torpedo Safari. And in row 4, Destroy or Be Destroyed. Our legendary skill is Unstoppable. And today we're in the new hotness, the legendary tier French destroyer Kleber. Taking a look at the upgrades. Aiming System Module 1. Propulsion Module 2. Concealment System Mod 1. And Torpedo Launcher Mod 3. Yes, the Kleber is a torpedo boat. Taking a look at the loadout, we have 1 charge of the main battery reload booster and 2 charges of the engine boost. We are using the common battle booster for speed, the temporary type 1 camouflage, and the terrible flag. The permanent camouflage, of course, is always not available. With this build, 19,710 hit points. We've got 4 twin 139 turrets. The range is 10.3 kilometers, reload 7.7 seconds. They turn in 18 seconds. The HE shells do 2090 damage with a 10% fire chance. The AP shells do 2700 damage. Taking a look at the torpedoes, 4 triple tube launchers reloading in 56.2 seconds. They do 18,400 damage. The torpedo range is 9 kilometers. The speed, 79 knots. And the detectability range, 1.8 kilometers. Very fast torpedoes. AA defense, what can you say? Not very great. Maximum speed 48 knots, turning circle 740 meters, rudder shift 4.8 seconds, 48 knots, pretty good. And our concealment 4.8 on the surface, 2.6 from the air, 2.8 when firing in smoke. So that is the Kleber. And this is our very first game in the Kleber. I'll tell you right now, it's not the greatest game known to man. But it's the first game, and I wanted to bring it to you, my loyal viewers. Special thanks to my new subscriber, number 16. You're only 16 once. My channel clearly growing at an exponential rate, and I need to thank you, especially all the people who watch and don't like the video and don't subscribe. I appreciate you watching anyway. All right, so I played this game right after I woke up at 6 in the morning. I'm not saying that's why it's not a very great game. I just think that's the way the battle kind of came to us. Um, but I got the Kleber last night at 11:24 p.m. and I was so tired I went to sleep. So woke up bright and early, the crack of dawn, to bring this game to you, my loyal viewers. We are playing a domination match on Greece. Since we are a legendary ship, we are always top tier. You can see the enemy has 4 destroyers, including Akizuki and 2 Kabas. Gonna be a little rough sledding up in here at least. There's only 1 aircraft carrier on the other team, a Lexington. And we've got a Tashkent, a Lightning, and a Kaba of our own. They have 1 cruiser, we have no cruisers. Sounds a little bit unfair. All right, so here we are. Again, just remind yourself, not a gunboat. I'm a torpedo boat. So we're just kind of heading off to Delta. And I just want to say that I do think it is a valid choice to put Dartige Dufournet in this ship as the commander. That will give you a second main battery reload booster, since a lot of destroyers, in my opinion, are played at the legendary tier, especially if you're coming up against a Kava, it will be worth it to have more than one. However, I will say the other destroyers, and I don't know why one of my teammates felt the need to shoot at me. They need to enable friendly fire and penalize people who do that. Back to what I was saying. Of the other legendary destroyers, um, the Shimmy, obviously a torpedo boat, and the gearing, obviously, I consider the gearing to be a torpedo boat, even though it does have the standard U.S. destroyer guns. Well, I mean, I guess you could argue the gearing's more of an all-rounder. You could argue this is an all-rounder too, but the DPM is just over 130,000. I mean, in a straight gunfight, I really think you get punished by the Kaba. And you could easily lose to some other tier 7 destroyers. Okay, so here's a Kaba. We fired some torpedoes originally at that Lightning. So I've got two triple tube launchers on each side. So I'm going to swing around here to try to get my other tubes into action. We did get one torpedo hit on presumably the Lightning, but honestly, I have no idea. As you can see, the flooding stopped. So I blind launch, hoping the Kaba comes around and runs into those. Now you're going to see what I believe is a little bit of the survivability of the ship. So the other Kaba shows up out of nowhere, and I'm trying to turn away, but it's too late and I get spotted. So I'm just going to engage him with the regular guns. And I'm being shot by both. Well, I'm being shot by the other Kaba, not the Kaba on the screen right now, but the one we blind launched at. He just dodges my torpedoes. Now he's shooting at me. I do set him on fire, so I'm being shot at by both Kabas right now. He smokes up. I'm still taking a lot of damage. My rudder, my torpedo tubes, my turret, both rear turrets were knocked out. Something to keep in mind. Kiting away, you could get both those rear turrets knocked out. All right, so at this point, I was like, geez, this is not going to be a game I'm going to want to show anybody. So we managed to heal up, and I'm just creating distance right now. I want to be able to use my greater concealment to outspot these Kabas and to try to finish one or both of them off. We also have quicker reloading torpedoes. As you can see, the friendly aircraft carrier, which is a Parseval, is trying to help out there. And I want to say there is another destroyer over here with me. So here's this other Kaba. The torpedoes aren't necessarily turning the way I want them to. I don't think he's gonna continue in the path. I think he's gonna turn back, and so that's why I launched the way I did. And here you can see we're lobbing some shells in. He appears to be shooting at someone else. He's also going forward. And he just dodges our torpedoes. And we are still shooting him, aiming a little bit behind him by accident. But our superior firepower takes him out. Kill number one. The other Kaba is a little out of range, so I'm not going to engage him. Although I did use my main battery reload booster. I think on the last guy I used it. I probably didn't need to use it, but we're down to just one engine boost. That's it. So trying to get back in range of this Kaba, and he is finished off by a battleship. So good job to that guy. Because he couldn't have been very close, that's for sure, at least based on the minimap. Looks like he was shooting from the port side or the left side of Bravo. to get that hit. So good job by that guy. All right, so reassessing the battlefield. I think we've cleared out this side. All of the ships appear to be on the left side of the map. And two Kabas, an Akazuki, and a Baltimore down for them. They only have, I think it's a Lightning left. And a majority of our ships and a majority of their ships are over near Alpha and Bravo. So I'm just going to decide to cap Charlie because that's what destroyers should do. So we're going to cap Charlie, and I'm going to look for targets of opportunity here. And again, at this point, I'm just like, I mean, we took a lot of damage from a couple of Kabas, but I mean, it is what it is, you know? So yeah, I don't know about anybody else's opinion, but I definitely consider this a torpedo boat. That's where the strength is. They reload in under a minute. You have 12 torpedoes. You're cranking them out in less than a minute. They do a ton of damage. Not that your guns are bad. And if you put Du Fournet on here, you can see up in the corner there near the mini map, our detectability is 4.8 kilometers. I believe with a level 12 Du Fournet, a max Swirsky, and a 16.3 Bay, which is what I have, so that's what I'm using to make these pronouncements. I believe it would be 5 kilometers detectability. So yeah, the shimmy is going to outspot you probably by 400 meters. Maybe the gearing, well, it would be the gearing is 4.9, at least the way I have it set up with those same inspirations. So with this build, I have 100 meters on the gearing. With Du Fournet, you would lose 100 meters on the gearing, but you would have an extra main battery reload booster. And that might be the deciding factor that would let the Kleber defeat the gearing in a gunfight. All right, so I'm kind of caught in a, I'm going to use a chess term here, like a reverse Knight's Fork. I don't want to turn to port because I think I'll be too close to the Massachusetts and the aircraft carrier. So I'm just going to launch out at the Massachusetts, torp out on that side, and just kind of continue. And I was going to button hook back around this island, see if I can engage the Lexington. We're off to our starboard, like kind of ahead of us, maybe like a square or two ahead of us. And he is not moving at all. He's not moving at all. Well, the Massachusetts is moving to the bottom of the ocean. Kill number two. All right, so now I feel free to roam unimpeded because again, all the other ships look like they're between A and B. And the Lexington either has no clue I am here or he's busy flying his airplanes. So I think about doing the widespread. I end up just doing a very modified late spread there and torp out on that side. And he is pretty much full health. Maybe got a couple of bars gone. That's only temporary. You can see those torpedoes hit very hard. 3 torpedo strikes. He damaged constant flooding, but he has no response to that. And that is kill number 3. All right, at this point, the enemy was eliminated by my teammates, a good teammates. So this wasn't a carry. This wasn't a amazing match. 3 kills, 7 torpedo strikes, 87,710 total damage, 321,405 silver. Top of the board, 2608 base XP. I will take it. That is the Kleber. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share, or comment if you please. And let's not forget, you can always subscribe if you want more content from someone who has no desire to be a community contributor. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day.